In today's video, we'll be taking a look at the new Spider-Man PS4 gameplay launch trailer. The game is looking fantastic. I don't think I need to sell anyone on this game anymore, but we're getting more and more footage about the game, more and more information as we're getting closer to the September 7th release. And I think I'm with everyone in that I'm just getting more and more excited for the game. Want to take a look at a PlayStation 4 special edition of a game that costs $900. Yes, you did not hear me wrong, $900. That's a little bit ridiculous, but it's gonna be for the most avid of fans of the series. Fallout 76 does have microtransactions, but we want to talk about what that pertains to. They're actually introducing a little bit of a card system within Fallout 76, so a lot of people are associating microtransactions with these cards, and that's not exactly the case. We've got some gameplay details on Assassin's Creed Odyssey and how it's taking some cues from Shadow of Mordor. And then I want to take a look at a couple of good PlayStation 4 game deals. A last call game deal on The Walking Dead, the final season. The last chance you have to get the pre-order bonus for that because the game does release tomorrow. So I want to give you guys a heads up on that. And then a pretty good deal on a JRPG over at Walmart. More on those at the end of this video. First, let's take a look at the Marvel Spider-Man gameplay launch trailer. The gameplay trailer looks slick. Visually, presentation-wise, this looks to be a very big budget experience. And as a PlayStation 4 exclusive, as a game that's been in development for what, over 3 years? I don't think we were expecting anything all that different. And it's finally just dawned on me at this point that we are under a month away from the release of Marvel Spider-Man, and this is the first truly big budget experience that I think is gonna kick off all of those big titles coming out this fall. I know there's a couple of games prior to Spider-Man. You've got Dragon Quest XI, you've got Zone of the Enders, the second runner, Divinity Original Sin 2's out the end of this month, but when we're talking about those games that is really going to capture the entire gaming world and casuals, I really think Marvel Spider-Man is going to be that game, and hopefully it delivers. I've been saying that I hope this game does for Spider-Man what Batman Arkham did for Batman, because Spider-Man does deserve a truly excellent gaming experience, and Insomniac seems to be forging that. So that's shaping up really nicely. Again, Spider-Man will be out September 7th, so it's not all too far out. Alright, now moving on from that, here's something that I don't know how gamers are gonna take to. I don't know if this is funny, ridiculous, whatever. Let's talk about the Resident Evil 2 Remake Special Edition. It is $900. It's been revealed by Capcom Japan, so it's around 99,000 yen, 99,800 to be exact, and here's what you get with this Resident Evil 2 Remake Special Edition. This is the super duper special edition. There's another one that's already been revealed stateside that's $200. Obviously, this is a little bit more high-end. Dubbed the Biohazard Resident Evil 2 Z version Premium Edition, here's what you'll get. A copy of Resident Evil 2 Remake, a Leon Kennedy statue, 4 ink ribbons, a poster of the Raccoon Police Station, an art book, soundtrack, DLC voucher, and here's the big thing, a Lexington typewriter that is Bluetooth compatible. Oh my god. Even though you're getting a typewriter, $900 is quite a steep investment. I don't know if that's worth it, but hey, for the most ardent of Resident Evil fans, the typewriter does have a Resident Evil look to it, so I guess, you know, $900 for the biggest of fans. Maybe you'll just see this as something to definitely buy, but for me, I think I'm just gonna stick to the standard game, even that $200 collector's edition. Yes, you get a Leon S. Kennedy statue, but it's $200. Would rather just stick to the game, and we'll check out the DLC sometime down the line. But again, for those of you that are super excited about the Resident Evil 2 Remake, you can't get enough of Resident Evil. Hey, you can add a Lexington typewriter to your collection. Moving on from that, Fallout 76 will feature microtransactions, but it's said that they'll only feature cosmetic items. So one part where a lot of people got confused is that there's a new perk system being introduced into the game, and it's using perk cards. You acquire these perk cards every time you level up, and you get these cards in card packs. So a lot of people associated the fact, hey, microtransactions are going to be in the game, you can probably buy card packs and get a bunch of perks. That is not the case. The card packs will only be available to you in-game when you level up. I can see why people are getting confused, especially when we see people dropping hundreds upon hundreds of dollars on Hearthstone virtual card packs, and seeing something similar in Fallout 76, Bethesda with that idea, that would have just been an absolute money train for them. I know a lot of gamers would have been upset, but the potential damage to the game would have also been pretty high, so good to see it's just cosmetic items. Honestly, I wish we could just live in a world where there were no microtransactions, but hey, it is what it is. At least we do know that the card packs are available only through leveling up.
Begin by inquiring with the locals. Gently coax them into cooperation. Use a little elbow grease if you have to. In the likely event you don't acquire a full code on your own, do not give up. Search for others who might be harboring a grudge. You'll have that nuclear launch code in no time.
Moving on from that, let's talk a little about Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a game that I'm not super stoked for, but it's more Assassin's Creed, and Assassin's Creed is a game that I seemingly check out every year. It's right up my alley, an open-world action-adventure game that doesn't take too much investment. I could just play it and have a relatively good time, and it looks like that's what we're getting out of Assassin's Creed Odyssey as well, although I would have liked them to see a longer break after the release of Origins, because now we're just back to yearly releases, but hey, I've made my thoughts clear about that many times, so let's just move on. Let's talk about Assassin's Creed Odyssey from a gameplay standpoint, and it taking inspiration from Shadow of Mordor's Nemesis system. This was confirmed in an interview with Game Informer. Creative director Jonathan Dumont talked about the mercenary system in Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You'll get a bounty on your head if you commit crimes, each criminal act increasing your notoriety level. The higher your notoriety level is, the more you will be sought after by the mercenaries. Assassin's Creed Odyssey starts with 50 mercenaries that are sourced from the game's list of handcrafted characters or randomly generated ones. They have their unique abilities, gears, strengths, and weaknesses. And some mercenaries will come after you accompanied by a ferocious bear. That's a bit scary. Mercenaries are difficult, but beating them have cool rewards. You can acquire gear by slaying these bounty hunters, and you can recruit them as crew for your ship to benefit from their special abilities. So that seems very similar in what we've seen in Middle-earth, Shadow of Mordor, as well as Shadow of War, but that's a nice gameplay addition to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. And even though this game is coming just a year after Assassin's Creed Origins, it does seem like there's a lot more gameplay variety in this title, so it's great to see them make a quick turnaround on that. I know Odyssey was in development prior to Origins, but still, whenever you have these yearly releases, you don't see much improvement game over game, but with Odyssey, it seems like this is a legitimate step forward, so that's great to see. We'll know more about the game soon enough, and it's set for an official release on October 5th. Lastly, I want to take a look at a couple of great PlayStation 4 game deals. First up, The Walking Dead: The Final Season. If you have not yet experienced The Walking Dead, if you want to revisit it on the PlayStation 4, maybe you played some of the games on the PS3, well, pre-ordering The Walking Dead: The Final Season is the way to go, because not only do you get a bunch of avatars to customize your PlayStation Network profile account, you also get the entire Walking Dead collection. That includes all of the 3 Walking Dead main seasons, as well as the mini-series. That is an incredible value. The Walking Dead collection typically goes for around $50. Even on sale, you're paying a pretty penny for that. But if you pre-order The Walking Dead: The Final Season, you get the final season, and right away you will get the Walking Dead collection, every previous Walking Dead game, and that is a great value. A lot of trophies to get, easy platinum trophies at that, and then you also get The Walking Dead: The Final Season. This is the complete Walking Dead experience at just $19.99. That is a fantastic deal. Remember that the final season releases tomorrow, so if you want to take advantage of this deal, you will have to do so as soon as possible before this game releases. It's a pre-order incentive, and of course pre-orders will be ending tomorrow, so check that out. And also over at Walmart.com, Final Fantasy XII: The Zodiac Age is discounted down to $17.78. I think this is the cheapest I've seen the game for. Typically, if it is on sale, you'll see it around that $19.99 or even $24.99 price point. At $17.78, this is a great deal. Final Fantasy XII has a ton of content to it. The Zodiac Age is an even better version from the original, with a new job system, re-recorded music. It's just a great game. A lot of people didn't like Final Fantasy XII back in 2006 when it was originally released, but the Zodiac Age was received very well. I just think this is a game that's aged very well. I think the gameplay style is more intuitive, especially if you're more familiar with modern gaming. That was one of the areas not a lot of people were fans of. I'm still not a big fan of the main character in Vaughn. I just think he's one of the weaker Final Fantasy main characters, but the main character is rounded out by some great characters like Botch and Ash, and those really act as the main characters of the story. Vaughn does take that role, but in terms of the characters that are most influential to the story, you gotta give that to Botch and Ash. $17.78 for that game is really good, so have a look at that as well if you're into JRPGs. That's gonna conclude this video. Marvel's Spider-Man has gotten a new gameplay launch trailer. It is looking slick, and we are just under a month away from the game's release. Actually, we're just a little over 3 weeks at this point, Spider-Man is gonna be here before you know it, and I can't wait. The Resident Evil 2 Remake has a special edition, and it is $900. That is absolutely insane. But hey, for the majority of us, we're just gonna stick to the base game. In Fallout 76, microtransactions will be present in the game, but they are said to be cosmetic only, and the card packs in the game will be earned through just leveling up. Assassin's Creed Odyssey is getting some gameplay refinements, and it's taking inspiration from Shadow of Mordor's Nemesis system. The Walking Dead, the final season, make sure you pre-order that if you want to experience The Walking Dead, because you will be getting the Walking Dead collection for free with the pre-order. That is an exceptionally great pre-order incentive. And Final Fantasy XII The Zodiac Age over at Walmart, $17.78, great deal on that. That's gonna wrap this one up. Sound off with your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. This video is sponsored by the fine folk over at SCD Keys. On this channel, we're always talking about saving money and getting great deals, and that's what you can do by picking up a $50 PlayStation Store card from SCD Keys. If you head over to their website, link is down below, and search for a $50 PlayStation Store card, you'll find it. Go ahead and add it to your cart, and use our specialized promo code GC3 to save 3% on your order. That'll bring the cost of the card down to $46.64. You can check out and choose your method of payment. Your key will show up on your account, and boom, just like that, you got a $50 PSN card a little bit cheaper. Not only do they have great deals on PlayStation Store credit, they also have Windows 10 and other software heavily discounted, and you can get great deals on those as well. Again, check out the link to SCD Keys in the description box below.